Hello everyone, this is Impulse and welcome back to the HermitCraft server. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing fantastic, except there is a spider just chilling in my pool. That is not cool, man. Get out of there. I don't need you there. There we go. Oh guys, look at this. Remember this? Yeah, I got a house. I got a base, mansion, if you will. Completely neglected so far this season. I built it up and I have yet to do anything with it, and I made all sorts of promises that we were going to do some cool stuff inside of it, and then I got distracted by some other cool stuff. But today, guys, we're going to remedy that. We are going to get inside this guy, and we're going to start building some cool stuff. Just the beginning of, what's to come. Obviously, this is the Tony Stark Iron Man style mansion, so I want to deck it out with a lot of cool automation stuff happening inside, to kind of give it more of that feel. And we go down in this basement, and you can see I started the storage room in here, so we did a little bit, but it's pretty ugly inside here. There's nothing going on. This horse has just been in here forever. He's starved to death, obviously, and yeah. I did. Look at this. I started a bedroom. This is apparently a bedroom because it has a bed in it. Well, it's not really a room. I mean, I don't know. This whole thing's a room. But anyway, yeah, I want to actually split some of this up so that there's different kind of compartments or rooms inside of this little basement area, and then we'll need to do some cool stuff up top. I think up top's going to be mostly aesthetic, if I could say that word. So like furniture and things like that to kind of make it look cool. That I might struggle with, might have to get some help from somebody. But anyway, today, guys, I want to add a little bit of automation. I was thinking about something. Well, full disclosure, I died. I died. It wasn't good. I actually lost my chess piece. Or no, I didn't even have a chess piece. I lost my Elytra. Oh. Heartbreaking. So yeah, I was AFK, over at the Skelly farm, so that you saw last episode probably. We got the big mob drop thing happening, all the big mob farm underneath the super chunk there next to it, and I was AFK there, and I must have done something because I've AFK'd there quite a lot, and I've never had an issue with any mobs getting in, but a zombie found me somehow and killed me, and I was AFK. Azuma was streaming at the time. Ooh, we got anything here? Nope. Azuma was streaming at the time, and he saw that I died. He knew I was AFK, so he went ahead and picked up as much as he could, but he didn't get it all. So I lost a few things, which is a bummer. And so I'm now wearing this. I've lost my Elytra. We're gonna have to get a new one. Maybe today we'll do that. We'll see if time permits. But you can see I got some stuff in my inventory, and it looks interesting. But what I thought about was when you die and you respawn and you need to get back to your stuff, right? It's always a bit of a challenge because if let's say I respawned here in this bed, right? And let's say, you only have 5 minutes before your stuff despawns. So if I spawn in this bed, my inventory is completely empty. I got to go running over here to the storage room. I got to get a bunch of things regathered. May or may not have some supplies in the chest. Like, see, I don't even have a sword ready to go. You'd need a sword, a pick, probably some at least decent armor to get going again. Food, ender pearls, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you need when you respawn just to make sure that you're able to get back to all the stuff you dropped. And I figured, what'd be cool? What if we actually built like a machine that did that? So as soon as you come out of bed here, come across the hall, boom, machine. You're all set and you're up and out of here and you can get to your stuff quickly. So that's what I'm going to build for you today. And I got all the stuff. We might as well just get going. So I have no idea like what's under here. I think I want to build it about right here though. Let's see, this thing is going to be 4 wide, so I'm going to let it go all the way to the back here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where I want to actually be able to come into like a little chamber here. And so what we'll do is we'll put a dropper underneath me. What we're going to do is make it so that we have a full set of armor is the idea. And you guys have probably seen something similar to this, and it's pretty simple. I mean, in this case, we put a pressure plate on this, and we've already got this pressure plate activating all 4 of these, which will re-equip you. So let's just prove this out here. Let's say I put my boots in there. Let's put my chest plate. Let's put my pants. Let's put my helmet. Yeah, kind of a weird order, but that's okay. All right, so you can see I'm completely well, I would say naked, but I do have some clothes on. But I don't have any armor on. But I walk in here, Boom, full armor. So that's simple, right? So we've already established there's a really simple way to just get your armor back on. But armor's not enough. You know, you're going to need, like I mentioned, ender pearls. You're going to need some food. You're going to need maybe a sword, maybe a pick. You know, at least those things to get yourself going. And then I thought it would be cool if there was also like a fun way to just get up out of here real quick, because 5 minutes is not a long time, especially if you have to go far away. So let's build up just a little machine here that we can do that with. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try to do this on camera. Redstone on camera. You guys know I don't like. I mean, it's not that I don't like doing. It's I'm terrible at it. So we're gonna try it. And we're gonna dig out a little bit here. I'm just gonna give myself a little bit of room to work with. And hopefully I don't go into like full-blown tutorial mode on you. But so under there should be where we have the pressure plate, right? So the pressure plate's activating that dropper, or it's a dispenser, excuse me. And that's going to activate that redstone. So if we take that redstone signal into a block here, and then we should be able to get a torch output off of that. And that should light up, or unlight, I should say, when I'm standing on the pressure plate. So now we can kind of torch tower that up in a way that could be useful. So let's just, whoop. Oh, yeah, you're gonna, that trapdoor is gonna get powered and unpowered. That could be annoying. I might have to take that out, but that's okay. All right, so now that we got a torch there, let's just make sure we haven't done anything incorrect. I'll just put, no, not there. I want it facing up. Come on. Whoa. All right, we gotta do this. There. So now let's just make sure that works, right? When we stand on the pressure plate, piston should go up. Good. All right, so we know we're getting signal, and we're gonna keep that signal going just a little bit. But let's see. So we're gonna do a little bit of a torch tower up, and let's see how far we have to go. We'll do one there, on top of that. And I think on top of that might be one more. So let's see, can I put it up? Yay. Okay, perfect. Oh man, that's actually gonna work out perfect because that is the exact height that I want it to be at. And you'll see what we're gonna do with that in a second. But I wanna wire up something else because I mentioned food and ender pearls. And you're probably thinking, well, how are you gonna do that? Well, a little bit of a trickery thing going on here. And if we do, it's kind of weird. I honestly don't understand the mechanics of this whole thing. But if we do, well, I guess I do. I'll explain it in a second. But yeah, there's a torch burnout that's going to happen. And because of the torch burnout with this dust here, it's actually going to activate these two droppers. And the way we're going to activate it is with a sticky piston and a block. So if we put a block, so basically here, let me show you this. If we put a block on top of this guy, look at that, we get a torch burnout. So if I put, iron blocks in there, and I put, just to prove our point here, the birch in there, if we step up to this, it's not gonna set it off. But if we give this some sort of update, let's see, how can we give it an update? Okay, so here's the weird thing, guys. Watch this. I think I can just, let's see where I can do it from. Nope. There's a way to do it. There's a way to do it remotely. I found out when I was trying to put this thing together. It was super, there we go. Look at that. So now we've like remotely given that an update. Well, we've activated, yeah, that deal. So anyway, we're going to use that. We're going to use that technology to our advantage. And in fact, I think I need to put a piston facing down about right there. And so that's going to extend and pull that block away when we don't need it. But in order to make that happen, I need to get up a little bit higher. And basically, there's a reason for doing that is because I only want this clock to go off when I'm in it, but because of all the torches and stuff around it, and you saw that little remote kind of setting it off, we need to be careful how we do it. I don't want it spitting out items when I'm not around. So, okay, if we take this now, and we put a redstone block on the end of it, did I do that right? I think I did. All right, we're going to put a redstone block on the end of that, and that should be, yeah, directly over the pressure plate. So now, basically, what's going to happen is when I step on this pressure plate, that redstone block's going to go away, that piston's going to extend, and then we should have some action. Now, I just set it off with that block extended, so we're not going to see it, and let's see. Do we have something going on that's preventing that piston from de-extending. There might be something going on above there. We might need to go check that out because right now it's powered by, oh, I see. You guys probably knew that. When I placed that torch on the ceiling, it actually placed it on the wall. We need to fix that. Otherwise, it's never going to turn off. It should actually be... And remember that time I said I don't like doing redstone on camera? That's why. All right, so there we go. Now we should actually have, you see that detracted there. We got some items in here. So now basically, you know, obviously the pressure plate's going to set off our armor spitter outer thingy, but now we should also be able to get stuff out of these droppers, both of them. All right, so let's find out here. I'm actually going to, just for a second, there was what? Iron in there and birch in there. Let's toss those aside and let's see if we step up here. You see that redstone block went away, and did I catch it all? No, some of the stuff spit out, but that redstone block went away, which then we can kind of open the ceiling with. You see where I'm going with this? Maybe not. And then if we pick it up, let's go pick it up. Let's make sure nothing else spits out. Okay, good. That was the key, is when we walk away, nothing else spits out. And now we have exactly 8 birch, exactly 8 iron. And that to me seems like a good amount, right? So what I was actually thinking about putting in here was some ender pearls. I'm going to need a lot more, of course. But just for demonstration purposes, we'll take those out and we'll actually put in some food. And now you're able to come up to this machine. And let's see here. I need to take this off again just to prove this whole thing out. I know we did it once, but we're going to do it again. And pants, and you can get a little corner there, put your boots in there. Now let's see, if I was completely, you know, naked or whatever you want to call it. I get out of bed and I got nothing on me. I'm gonna get this chest over here. We're gonna show. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it so you guys can get a nice idea of what we're going for. All right, let's come over here. Let's just put our stuff in the chest. You can see the redstone block is extended, which is good. All right, let's do that. And then the other thing is I need to make, oh, do I have more ender pearls? I'm going to grab some glass because we need to make a way. You saw those items spit out a little too far. We need to make sure they don't spit out further than I want them to. And of course, I don't have just the regular glass. We'll go with yellow, of course. That doesn't bother me going with yellow glass, but let's just do this. We'll probably change this here in a minute, but let's just, so we have a full chamber, and we can go on top of that, and on top of that. Now we do have to leave a few blocks open, or just one actually, right below that, because the redstone dust is on top. But that's okay, it's not gonna hurt anything. All right, so let's go ahead and get all healed up. And we'll get our hearts regenerating, and then we'll put all these away. And just go completely here, empty. And oh no, running out of room here. All right, so we're gonna have to hold something on us just to get rid of this other stuff. Okay, so we got nothing on us except for these. Ignore that. And we just lost all of our items, right? We got 5 minutes to get back to them. So we come into this little station, spits out everything we need. I got the armor on me. I got ender pearls in my slot right there. And then I got an open ceiling so I can just ender pearl on out. All right, so obviously at this point, we probably want to change this chest plate out for an elytra. And then we're going to want to put some string up there above my head so that we can just ender pearl, hit the string, and then we can activate our elytra and fly ourselves back to where we need to go. All right, but let's see. There's a few other things that we're probably going to need to have in order to make that happen, right? So, you know, if we got an elytra, we might want to have the fancy bow, right? So I have the iFly bow and probably some arrows as well. Maybe a sword. You know, you don't want to go out without a sword, and a pickaxe too, right? So how are we going to get those to spit out? Because all that was good. Rearmored, food, ender pearls. It's good to have, but without this stuff, you might still be in a bit of trouble. So let's see. Silk touch. Let's see if there's something we can do about that. Let's put a dropper there, and let's see what happens if we put these in the dropper. Now this is what's going to be kind of weird, right? Is you can see there's really technically nothing activating this. I mean, there's a torch there, so you guys might be already telling what's going on. But let's just see if when we step into this chamber, we could actually get some of those items. Look at that. Look at that. We just got our our bow, our pickaxe, our sword, and some arrows. So now when we go flying out of here, we have our bow on us with some arrows, and if you hopefully got infinity on there, because I only got 4 arrows out of that, and then you're ready to go. So that's kind of what I'm going for, guys. And oh, that is one problem. So really what you want to do here is, because of the way this thing works, is just put in your, basically just the items you need, which would be that, right? So now you can see when I come up, I get all that, and then there'll be nothing left in here. So when you walk away, that extra little spit that it does right there, it doesn't matter because there's nothing left. So that's how we would stock that up. So good to go, guys. That was actually really simple. I thought this would be something cool and useful, especially here in the base. So I just went and quickly designed it in creative, and I was like, yes, that makes a lot of sense. You get out of bed with your empty hands, and quickly you are ready to go back into battle. So now what we need to do is go up there on top there and get some more food. And then I'm going to put some string up there. And unfortunately, when I died, I lost my Elytra. So I'm going to go check Cubfan's Elytra shop and see if I can get one. And then we can do like a full test run of this thing and see how it works. And I think I'll probably, instead of using glass here, do something to kind of cover up some of that redstone. So I'm going to go see if I can get my hands on an Elytra. If not, we might be fighting an Ender Dragon or something. I don't know, but I'm going to sleep the night away first before I go out. All right, guys, so I will be back, something like that, back in a second. All right, I am all geared up to fight the Ender Dragon. I have my 4 Ender Crystals so we can respawn it. I slept in that bed, so if I die, I can get back quickly. And I think that's the first time I have fought the Ender Dragon on my own this season, so this will be interesting. I'll keep the camera rolling just in case things go crazy here. But I'm just going to go ahead and just fight them, old school style. All right, guys, wish me luck. All right, there we go. Got my Elytra, and the dragon battle is so much more fun now. I gotta say, it was a lot harder than I thought it was gonna be. I died once, and yeah, it's good. It's good fun now. But anyway, let's continue with what we're doing. Now that I've got my Elytra, what did I do with my bow? I know I put it somewhere. Let's see. Did I put it in my under chest? Because we do want to have the flying bow, of course. And so we'll have to get a few more of these, I think. But let's grab that back. I put all the stuff. I was afraid I was going to die and lose everything. So I put all that stuff in the chest before I went and fought the dragon, which was probably pretty smart because there was a chance I wasn't going to get back to it. All right, so we got some of those. I'm going to grab a little bit more food so we can stock that up just a bit, and some ender pearls. Let's see, what else? And of course, I'll just let it borrow my armor for now. All right, so let's stock this thing up. And then we're going to go up top real quick and set up the string that we're going to need. And for those of you that haven't seen that little quick Elytra launcher, it's pretty cheap, where you just put string up in the air and then your ender pearl hits it, and then you're able to at least get yourself some altitude so you can get flying. That's what we're going to be doing here. So all right, there's that pickaxe, and then just 1 arrow is all you need since it's infinity. And then we'll put our armor plus the Elytra. So the chest plate we'll have to just put aside for now. Let's just set it in there. And we'll put, it doesn't really matter what order you put this in, but we'll just do it this way. Elytra there in the middle, and then pants, and then, so those are all stocked. Good, and now we just need to give ourselves some ender pearls. We'll just put a couple stacks in there, and then some food in there, and then the rest we will put over here. So let's go ahead and get that string up in the air, and then we'll come back and test it. Let's see, is there an easy way out of here? No, there's not. And of course, we're gonna have to make this room look cooler, a little better anyway, before we're done. Let's go upstairs and see if we can find that actual block. Oh man, now Cub joins. He would have been so proud of me for fighting the dragon, except for the part where I died. Hey Cub. Cub's he's a pro at fighting those things. I think I saw he actually fought one of the dragons without ever landing on the ground or something crazy. So anyway, we're gonna go about I think 25 to 30 blocks up from there. So there's 7 to here. So we just need to go up. I'm just gonna go about 20 more blocks or so. So we should be able to get to about 42 or 44-ish in the air here, which actually, from the looks of it, it's putting us up pretty high, which is nice. But let's see if we're going to force it to go as high as we can here, because we don't care about how long it takes to go, I guess. It's just an extra second maybe to go a little bit higher. But, and then, okay, shoo. I was like, and then I don't have a pickaxe on me, really? All right, so let's go back down now. And now I think we can fully test this guy out. And it's been a while since I've used my Elytra, so we're going to find out if I still got it in me. What's nice is you cannot even see that string up there, so nobody's even going to have a clue that it's there, and hopefully nobody ever accidentally knocks it down for some reason. I don't know why they would or how they would, really. But let's go back down. This is long travel. This is a big base. It's just now getting the full grasp of how big this base actually is, and that means that there's plenty of room for us to do a lot of cool stuff in here, which I'm excited about. So all right, we are going to just go ahead and simulate that we are completely empty here. We'll just it's gonna give me some of that too. Let's just grab something else to make room. Probably should have put a double chest down to make this happen, but okay. Here we go. Bad things just happened. I respawned here, and now I need to get a whole bunch of stuff so I can get all my stuff back. So let's see. We pop in here, gives you the ender pearl, and let's see. We got our Elytra on, and we can just jump up, activate the Elytra, and away we go. And let's see if I can get to the... There we go. Ooh, that was a close one. That was close. All right, so we got to do this whole spamming the arrow technique, which I'm terrible at, but there you go. And so now you can just fly around wherever you need to go, get back to your stuff really quickly, and that works perfectly. All right, yes, I'm excited. So now I need to figure out a way to just come back in nice and smooth. We may eventually have to put some sort of like secret entrance or something on there, but you can see that's where I came up from. But yes, perfect. That worked out great. I think that's gonna really help out for getting us back to our gear before it despawns or even has a chance to think about despawning. That's great. So now what I want to do is kind of just get the room looking a little bit better. So I'm gonna get some materials together so we can get... I hear a witch somewhere. We're going to get some materials together and probably clean that up, make it look a lot better, and then that will be it. So, all right, let me go gather some stuff, and I'll be right back. All right, there we go. I've put up a wall to kind of section off the bedroom from the rest of this room, so it has its privacy, of course. A little bit of decoration. I didn't overdo it. I might have to hire somebody, an interior designer of some sort, to come in and do something. But at least we have it now. I got the double bed because, I got to have my space, and not much else going on in here for now. But yeah, we can add some stuff later, I suppose. But now, guys, I need to actually make sure this thing is stocked up, which means I'm going to need to get some armor going. Maybe... I guess one set for now, or maybe 2 sets would be good to get in here. That way, you grab it, you go get your stuff, and then when you remember, you can come back and just put everything back. But of course, this Elytra is going to need to get some enchantments on it, so I'll go ahead and get that taken care of. I will need to get some more XP since I died, and I may make another one of these eye flies. And then remember, we had a what do we have in here? A sword and a pickaxe. So few of those in here as well, and then of course we'll stock this up with ender pearls, and up here with some steak would be good, but I'll go with whatever I have for now. But anyway, yeah, let me get some XP levels, and then we'll get enchanting, and then we'll go ahead and get that stocked up, and then we'll be done for the day. And yeah, so all right, guys, I'm gonna go enchant. All right, guys, I got this thing stocked up, did a whole bunch of enchanting. As you can see, my levels are completely gone. Used every single level up of XP that I had. And now, in here, we've got a diamond helmet with protection 4 and mending on it. Of course, I had to go trade with my villager to get mending on all these things, because mending is the best. And our Elytra now has mending and unbreaking, so that should help it last a little bit longer, and when we need to repair it, we can. And diamond leggings, put blast protection on those. Of course, course, unbreaking and mending as well. And then down here, we got some boots, feather falling 4, my favorite, unbreaking and mending on those. And then in here, I got a sword, just has some sharpness 4, unbreaking 3 with the mending. Just threw a pick that I had in there. It's efficiency 3 silk touch, not great, but that's all I had. And of course, I'm going to leave that eye fly in there. I'm going to have to make another one of those, but that's no big deal. I can go ahead and make another one for myself and that arrow. So ender pearls are stocked. Some food in there will last a few trips anyway, since it only gives off 8 at a time, so that's just fine. So this thing is ready to be used, and of course I've set my spawn point here, and Cub is... where is he? I guess flying outside the house. Oh man. Anyway, oh actually, hey, should we do it? Oh, I was going to say we could go up right now, but that's okay. It's going to spit out a bunch of stuff. I was going to say let's go up and see him. Anyway, yeah, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I got to tell you, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Next episode, I'm going to start a project that's going to be very big project. May span a few episodes, and I may get some help with it. So it's going to be a fun one. So I can't wait for that to get started. In fact, I'm going to go start resource gathering for the project probably now. So anyway, looking forward to that. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. If you did, hit that like button for me. If you're not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe before you go. And with that said, I'll see you guys again next time. Have a good one, everyone.